morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. Before we start this video, be sure to subscribe because we make new videos all the time and I don't want you to miss any. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Today we are talking about phrases that British people commonly use in everyday conversations, and this was a video idea that was suggested to me by someone in the comments. I can't remember who it was, but thank you very much if you commented for this video. Here it is. So I had a little think about the kinds of phrases that I hear a lot in everyday conversations. I live in Britain, I've lived in Britain all my life, and these are some of the things that I hear a lot. So if you want to sound like a native British speaker, if you are planning to move to Britain, or if you are just interested in how people in Britain talk, this is for you. Little disclaimer, obviously Britain is a very big place. I live in the West Midlands, which is a place in Britain, but obviously if you go to Wales, if you go to Scotland, if you go to Northern Ireland, if you go to Cornwall, if you go to Manchester, you will hear different phrases and different slang words. These are just some common ones that I think a lot of people, no matter what part of the UK you're from, I think a lot of people will use these. But obviously the UK is a big place, okay? I know. So you are about to hear a little conversation between me and Bez, and in that conversation we are going to use a lot of common phrases. After you've seen that, I will quickly talk them through with you so that you understand how to use each and every one, okay? Let's go.
All right, how are you?
Long time no see, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm sound, can't complain.
Do you want to order first or do you want to grab a table?
Let's sit there and then we can order in a bit.
I'm not too hungry to be honest, I'll probably just get a couple of biscuits.
Yeah, good shout. So how is everything? How's life?
Well, we finally sold the house, so that's a weight off my mind. Honestly, it's been a real pain in the ass, but I think we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
I hate moving. It's such a faff. Without a doubt, something always goes wrong.
Tell me about it. It was just one thing after another.
But everything's sorted now?
All being well, yeah. Honestly, I can't wait to just sit down, put my feet up and just switch off from house moving stuff.
Are you going on holiday next year?
Oh, that's been a nightmare in itself. A logistical nightmare, that is. Honestly, when it rains, it pours. Am I right?
Oh, mate, I'm sorry. Bound to be something good around the corner, though.
We can only hope. But anyway, enough of me moping. How's everything with you?
Just the usual, really, you know. Left the wife, had a promotion, bought a boat, had a kid. I should really see him, really. Oh, I got a tattoo, bought a sheep. I watched that Netflix show, Squid Game, was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where's the tattoo?
Oh.
Those 3 years of actor training that me and Bez had have not been wasted. Okay, so let's start with the very first thing you heard, and that was, all right? All right. This is a very common greeting in Britain. It means hello, it means how are you, it means, oh, look, it's you, I haven't seen you in a while. It means lots of different things. It doesn't always mean, are you all right? It doesn't need an answer. If I say to you, all right, normally the common response is, yeah, all right. It just means hello, it's really weird. Okay, and the next common phrase you heard was long time no see. We say this if it's been a long time and you haven't seen someone, and we just say it like that. You don't need to put any words around it, it's just long time no see. Then we had I'm sound, which is another way of saying I'm good, I'm happy, all is well in my life, I'm sound. We also heard can't complain, which means things are fine. You know, I can't complain about my life because there's nothing to complain about. Then you heard in a bit. We can order food in a bit. It just means in a little bit of time. I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit. I'll see you in a little bit of time is all that means. Then you heard to be honest. This is a really, really common phrase. It's just something we might put at the beginning of a sentence or at the end of a sentence just to exaggerate the fact that you are being honest. You're saying something true. So in this context, I'm not too hungry, to be honest. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not actually that hungry. People use this one a lot. Then we had probs, which I use. I don't know how many other people use it, but I definitely use probs instead of probably. Sometimes. I don't always use it. It's a bit of a young person kind of slang, so use it if you want to, but it's not an overly used thing, it's just something that I say, so I thought I'd put it in. Then you heard good shout, which just means good idea. Good shout, yeah, good shout, that's a good idea. Then we had a weight off my mind. If something is a weight off your mind or a weight off your shoulders, some people might say that, it just means that the worry has gone. You know, the worry, the stress that you have had has gone. You know, the weight been lifted. So you might hear people say it's a weight off my mind, it's a weight off my shoulders, or they might just say it's a weight off. You know, oh, we sold the house, so that's a weight off. Then we had pain in the ass. If something is a pain in the ass, it's annoying, it's stressful, it's just not something you want to do, it's irritating, it makes you angry, it's just, frustrating, a pain in the ass. Or if you want to be family friendly, you can say a pain in the neck, because arse is kind of a little bit of a swear word. It's not a very big swear word, it's like a tiny one. I think I watched Home Alone the other day, and Home Alone is a kids film, and in that they say ass, which is the American version of arse. So it's not a huge swear word, but it's a little bit of one. So if you don't want to do that teeny little swear word, I would just say pain in the neck. Okay, then we had light at the end of the tunnel. If you see a light at the end of the tunnel, you see the end. You see the good result of something. You are nearly finished with something that's hard or stressful or scary. You're nearly done and you can see the ending. It's so close, I'm nearly there. Then we had FAFF. I love this word. FAFF is a great word. It just means something that is hard. It's something that requires a lot of effort, a lot of time. It's a FAFF. Moving is a FAFF. It's stressful. It takes a lot of time. It's hard. It's annoying. It's stressful. Oh, FAFF. Without a doubt is another really common phrase I hear all the time. It just means, you know, without a doubt. I don't have any doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that this is true. Then I included tell me about it. This is a bit more American actually, you know, like tell me about it. It's a bit more American and it just means like I agree with you. Oh, I completely agree with you. Tell me about it. But I think, you know, as American movies and American TV shows become more popular over here, I think a lot of people in Britain do say it. It's something you do hear over here. So I thought, I'll put it in. So tell me about it just means I completely agree with you. It's just one thing after another. This means that lots of stressful, hard, negative things are happening, but. Oh, it doesn't stop. Then we've got all being well, which just means all being well. If everything goes well, this will happen. So all being well, I will have a new job in 2022. Or all being well, we will take our dog home from the vet tomorrow. So as long as everything goes well, as long as everything is okay and goes to plan, this will happen. Then we had to switch off. If you switch off from life, switch off from house moving stuff, switch off from work, it just means you completely take your brain away. You completely stop thinking about it. You distance yourself from it. You don't think about it anymore, it's gone. Then we have the word nightmare. Something is a nightmare. This is something that we say a lot over here. Oh, it's a nightmare. Oh, moving house was a nightmare. It just means it was horrible. Like a nightmare, it was terrible. Oh, it's just a nightmare looking after 7 cats and 2 dogs. It's horrible. Then we had when it rains, it pours, which just means when bad things happen, it really happens. You know, when you have some bad situations in life, it feels like it really happens. It's really bad. It's not just a little bit of bad. It's like, oh, that's terrible. When it rains, it pours. Mate is super common in Britain. We use it to refer to someone. Oh, you're right, mate. How you doing, mate? Or we might use it, like in this sense, as a sympathetic word. So we might say, oh, mate, I'm so sorry. Oh, mate, I'm really sorry. Then we had bound to be something good around the corner though. So if something is bound to be, it's like surely that's going to happen in the future. Surely it's bound to happen. It's gonna happen, definitely, surely. Around the corner. If something is around the corner, it's in the near future. So if you imagine you're walking, just around the corner, there's going to be something really good. Then we had we can only hope, which is a phrase you would use if you don't have a lot of hope, really. You know, you don't think something is going to happen in the future. You might say, oh, we can only hope. You know, I don't think it's going to happen, but I can at least hope. Then we had the word moping. If you mope, it just means you feel a bit sad for yourself, you complain a lot, you're just a bit, oh, my life's so hard, I'm moping. And finally, we had just the usual. You know, if someone says to you, how's life? What are you doing at the moment? They might say, oh, just the usual. It's like, just the same. Everything's normal. My life's the same as it usually is. And there we have it. If you have any questions about those phrases, leave them in the comments down below. I hope they were useful to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do so there. And if you want to support the channel, the link for that is down below. And if you want a one-to-one online English lesson with me or Bez, the link for that is also down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!
All right. What?
This made me laugh.
But something bound to happen.
Bound to be something good around the corner.
Bound to be something good that comes around the corner. Ah, mate, I'm sorry. Bound to be good. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. Bound to be. Ah. Oh.
Once again, a huge thank you to our patrons who are receiving every single video. They are getting a PDF with questions and more information about the topic of the video, and these lovely people are also on my close friends story on Instagram, so they see English tips that no one else does. If you want all of this as well, then follow the link in the description. Bye!